Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is El Brizo the Great, a fan of hip-hop, a fan of battle rap in general, and just a fan of the whole genre as a whole, man, to be honest. You know, quite a few of you might already know me from attending, you know, all the URL events, supporting, you know, Smack, Beasley, and my man Norbs. You know, Poison Pen events, I'm there. You know, I'm just a fan. Just a fan, you know, to be honest, of hip-hop music, you know, and battle rap is a thing right now. I'm here today, though, because I want to address a couple of things, to be honest. You know, URL Summer Madness 2, you know, was crazy, you know, but I just want to focus on Loaded Lux and this whole Calicoe battle. You know, I've been watching quite a few blogs, man, quite a few blogs I've been watching, and you know, I see my man DNA got one. Shout out to DNA. I fuck with DNA. You know, Brad Butter. You know, I like Brad Butter. I watch his interviews. My man Math Hoffa. You know, shout out to Math. You know, Chambers. That's my man. Hands with up. And a couple of other people. You know, and I just been seeing, you know, quite a few people that have been showing, you know, this interest, you know, in the whole Loaded Lux and Calicoe situation with Calicoe, you know, mainly himself, feeling as if he was cheated, as if he was unfairly done unjust, you know, and it's just crazy to me because, you know, I wasn't going to say anything about it, you know, but it's just getting out of hand, man. It's getting out of hand. Like, something really, really needs to be said about it, like today, like really, really today. And, you know, Calicoe, you know, he's whining, he's going around saying that, you know, all of the stuff was done to him and he didn't have the same exposure Lux had, and, you know, Smack and Beasley is, you know, they helped Lux and all this other shit, you know, and I just don't understand. Like, I really, really just don't understand what the problem is. You know, when Lux and Calicoe signed their contracts for whatever it was, I really, really doubt inside their contracts, you know, it said that they couldn't do X, Y, and Z, A, B, C. You understand where I'm coming from? And battle rap is all battle rap. You understand where I'm coming from? There's no rules in battle rap. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. So it depends on how creative the individual is. That's usually the person that's really, really going to steal a crowd and go on to presumably win the battle, you know? So with Lux's situation, you know, I see it like this. Calicoe has been calling out Loaded Lux consistently for like the last 2 years. Check the game tapes. Seriously. You know, he's been trying to lure Lux out of retirement to battle him. Lux has been in retirement for about 4 years. You know, last year, Calicoe, when he was battling Math, he called out Lux. The year before that, he was battling K-Shine, he called out Lux. You know, he just constantly has Loaded Lux, or had Loaded Lux's name in his mouth, trying to get him out of retirement. Beautiful scheme for Calicoe. You know, now we all know Loaded Lux. You know what I'm saying? Loaded Lux is not that type of person. Like, he's just always on some chill shit. Like, Loaded Lux never talks crazy about nobody. He's always been a respectful young man, minds his business. You know, so he's not even that type of person, you know what I'm saying, to even indulge in that type of, you know, back and forth, negative, you know what I'm saying, behavior. So when I seen Calicoe doing it, I kept on saying, like, Calicoe's going hard, like, for Loaded Lux. He really, really want to battle Loaded Lux, you know what I'm saying, and he finally got him. So I said, okay. You know, now, everything that Loaded Lux has done up until this battle, I can't really, really see where the problem is with it. And I'm trying to look at it from an artist perspective, you know. And I say to myself, if a person was calling me out for 2 years, constantly saying my name in battles, constantly saying my name in blogs, constantly dissing me, telling me I'm old, telling me I'm washed up, telling me I can't F with them, telling me that I can't, you know, compete in today's time with the best of them, with the new bloods. You know what I'm saying? I think eventually, me being back in the corner, I might want your head on the platter too. You know what I'm saying? So, why Lux went that hard hard as he went as far as, getting the casket, the hearse, the veils, passing out the obituaries, that quite possibly is a buildup of all of the antics that Calicoe basically did to call that man out. You understand where I'm coming from? And I don't think there's anything wrong with Loda Lux putting all his energy and effort into being creative and putting together, a show like he did to bury Calicoe. Not only from my eyes, not only did he want to beat Calicoe, it seemed to me like he wanted to teach him a lesson. I'm a legend, leave me alone. And I think he did that in a creative sense. You understand where I'm coming from? I think Lux is really, really smart. He's really, really smart. That battle might have been over by the time they even started, because the way he just took the crowd away and just brought up all of these things to the stage, the obituary, the casket, all of these other things that he did at Summer Madness 2, it's like he already got the crowd on his side with his creativity. Nobody can be mad at that because nobody thought of it. You have to give that man props for that. You understand where I'm coming from? And, he choked the first round, whatever his situation was. He got his lines. He was overwhelmed. Whatever. You cannot be upset that the fans didn't boo him like they might have booed Ines earlier, or like they might have booed you during your second or third round, Cal. You understand where I'm coming from? Lux did enough by gaining the crowd's attention, with all of the antics. You understand where I'm coming from? To be upset about the whole Teletron screen being used and all of these other things, like, it's all creative material that wasn't thought of by you, by nobody. You know what I'm saying? So instead of whine about it, why not give that man his props? He didn't do anything wrong. All he was creative. He was just more creative than anybody else. He thought of it while nobody else didn't think of it. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit. You understand where I'm coming from? If I could compare it to anything, I would kind of compare it to, years ago when Jay-Z and Nas had their battle. Jay came out, Jay was the king around that time. You know what I'm saying? He knew that he had to take out Nas, like for my real hip-hop heads who know really, really what happened around then. He knew he had to take Nas out, you know what I'm saying, to be considered undisputably, the king of New York. He tried, came out with Takeover, said what he had to say to Nas. Nas came out with Ether and caught a fucking body. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? All the Jay fans can sit there and say that he didn't win and all this other stuff. We all know that clearly Nas dropped the napalm bomb and destroyed Jay second round early. He killed Jay. What does Jay do after that? Jay gets on and he cries and he whines about how Nas went out of bounds and how Nas went overboard and Nas said this and Nas said that, which man talks about another man's dick sucking lips, etc., etc., etc. It's all battle rap. Just because I don't address you or I don't come at you the same way you come at me doesn't mean, that the rules are broken, brother. It's all battle rap. You know what I'm saying? So that's how Nas did Jay, and that's how Nas won. And it's the same thing to me with Loda Lux and Calicoe. Calicoe came at, Loda Lux by calling him out, by doing all of these, these extra things to get him out. You know what I'm saying? And he woke up a sleeping dragon, and Loda Lux decided to put all of his energy into not only lyrically besting Calicoe, but embarrassing him. You know what I'm saying? With an epic performance. And I think that maybe 2,000 to 3,000 people can agree he did that. So it's nothing personal against Calicoe. Honestly, I love a lot of Midwest niggas. I love A-Verb. I love my man Young Ill. I love X Factor. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm starting to notice a pattern with the Midwest dudes. Like every time something doesn't go in their favor, they want to cry about it. And they want to whine about it. You understand where I'm coming from? That's not cool, man. It's not cool. It's not professional. And you shouldn't point fingers every time, something doesn't happen your way, and blame somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because without all of those things, I still think that Loda Lux lyrically bested Calicoe, clearly. Just my opinion. You understand where I'm coming from? And it's the opinion of a lot of other people also. You know what I'm saying? So stop the crying, man. Stop the whining. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. It just makes it look worse for you. It makes it look worse for your legacy and the loss. You understand where I'm coming from? Trust me when I tell you. You know what I'm saying? Besides that, man, that's really about it. I just wanted to address that. Like, it's just not cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool to do all of this crying, and it's not cool for people in the blogs to sit there and say that, you know, it's unfair, and if it was me, I would have felt unfair, and all this other stuff. It just happens to be that the man was just more creative than the next man. Creativity, that's the word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure that Loaded Lux will pioneer, you know, and set a new standard, a new stage for somebody else to try to top that. I'm pretty sure of that. Mark my words. El Brizo the Great. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know, that's about it, man. That's about it. Respect the craft, respect the creativity. You know what I'm saying? And let that be that. Alright? Y'all stay up, man. One.